That's the Emotions Podcast. Um, and today's episode is sponsored by business. You should get you some so you don't have to be in nobody else's. No, I'm playing. Um, Hold on, let me go put this goddamn phone on sell it so it don't go off while I'm trying to record. Um, no, it's really not sponsored by anybody though, but I'm working on it. I have been working on it, getting some fucking sponsorship. They said they ain't got enough views yet, so y'all should run the views up so I can get sponsorship. Just saying, sponsorship means better equipment, better videos. Hey, we can do it all. But I forget what the fuck I was turning the goddamn camera on for. I had something on my mind because I had seen a video. I feel like a couple of videos probably. Oh yeah. Um. So what's up with this whole toxic masculinity, feminism war that's fucking going on? I don't. I'm lost. I don't get it. I mean, if somebody could possibly like explain it to me, I possibly get it. I don't understand. Okay, like you have men who want to portray this alpha male, fucking gorilla type energy, and then you have these women who want to give off this I don't need a man for shit energy, and y'all going at it with each other, and this shit is fucking weird to me. Honestly, I'm just gonna put it the fuck out there. If ain't nobody else gonna say it, I'm gonna fucking say it. That shit's weird to me, and the reason it's weird is the both of y'all really want each other and need each other. You just don't fucking like each other, and y'all hiding behind the fucking guise of, well, I don't need a woman for this, and I'm the man, and beating on your chest and all the other shit. Like, bro, shut up. You're hurt, and you don't want to talk about it. Same thing goes for women. Same thing for the feminists. Y'all hurt too. Y'all hurt. It's like, well, the thing that I've noticed is when all they talk about is, oh, men ain't shit and women ain't shit all the goddamn time. Most of the time, they have been through some horrible fucking relationships on both ends, and all the scars, pain, and fucking hurt from that shit has carried over to the point where they just decided that I'm gonna assume that everybody of that fucking kind is fucking horrible. One, it's not true. It's just the people that you happen to pick, and if the people that you happen to pick, that's what you attract, and that's what you attract because that's what you are. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at your mama because she made you not shit. I know I ain't shit. I know my mama made me an ain't shit individual. I know that for a fact. Seeing completely unhealthy fucking relationships over and over again. Yeah, I kind of picked up on the fucking rhythm of that shit. So I be having ain't shit relationships too. But do I get on here and say all women ain't shit? No, it's just the people that I be picking. Sometimes I pick some good ones and I end up fucking it up. But law of averages. You gotta fuck up to know that you fucked up. Because if you don't fuck up, then you go always assume that you perfect. And you're not. Which is the other thing that always fucking bothers me. Why does all of them try to portray this fucking perfect fucking persona like they can do no fucking wrong? That's false. Because they say some of the goofiest shit in the fucking world. And it's irritating because there's people that really follow that shit. and really take their word as fucking gospel. And what I don't understand is if they were so holier than thou, why the fuck they gotta pander to you? If you know for a fact that you're not wrong and everything that you have said on any platform has any type of fucking weight to it, what the fuck you feel like you gotta prove a point for? Because we didn't ask. We didn't fucking ask you for your opinion, honestly. You just gave it freely. Just like this. I don't give a shit if people watch this shit. I gave my opinion because I'm talking to myself. I go back and watch my videos over and the fuck over again. Sometimes I need to talk to myself. And who better to talk to than the man in the mirror or the camera in this fucking instance? Because sometimes I might have an ain't shit day. And then I go back and I watch my shit and be like, you know what? Yeah, I have an ain't shit day a lot of times. But I do have good days. Sometimes. For the most part. Not all the time. Just sometimes. But only thing I can really say about that shit is, man, these motherfuckers need to let that goddamn hurt go. Whoever hurt you, like whoever hurt you to the point where you felt like everybody of a certain gender or a certain race or a certain background or a certain, they live in a certain area, you feel like all of them ain't shit. No, that's not true. It's just the people that you happen to put yourself around. You want to see better out of people, put yourself in a different situation. Put yourself in a better spot. Make yourself better first. And then, if that don't work, then maybe you should just feel like, hey, maybe this ain't for me. I know they say that, most of the men who always have this alpha male shit to say and this overly masculine shit to say that they like men, and then the women that say this overly feminine shit about women and all this other shit, they might be, they might like women and not like men. I mean, hey, whatever they do in the privacy of their own home ain't got nothing to do with me. But that's not always the case. Sometimes they just not able to let that hurt go, bro. They've been through trauma. Those are hurt people. And it's like hurt people trying to leave other hurt people ain't gonna do nothing but create more hurt in the end. Because you're going to deprive yourself of something that you possibly really needed, which is support, help, a companion, a soulmate, happiness. Because you always on here mad about some shit that somebody else did. Men are always mad at some shit that women did. Women are always mad at some shit that men did. And at the end of the day, you can't be the other one. So, well, you can in this day and time. You can identify as whatever the fuck you want to identify as. And hey, it's perfectly fine with me. I don't give a shit. I identify as ain't shit. But ain't nobody been just saying that I ain't shit. Except me. Well, and my baby mamas. But it's just crazy how many people actually follow behind that shit, though. It's damn near like a fucking cult. And it's weird. And y'all should stop. Like, unsubscribe. Get that shit out of your system. Because if you keep taking in that shit all the time, you're going to turn into that. You probably got a good ass relationship, but you keep watching videos from people who have ain't shit relationships all the time. Now you trying to find some fucked up shit going on in your own relationship. That shit is fucking toxic. You should probably stop. You should get some help, or you should end your relationship today. Because at the end of the day, bro, if you that determined to find something wrong with somebody that you with, bro, just leave them alone. Go find you somebody else that you don't have to find something wrong with him. And you know what else is fucked up? Most of these people who say this shit have good relationships now. Why do you still have fuck shit to say? Is it just for the clout? Is it just for the image? Like, I don't understand. And it's not even on the same fucking tip for real, but it kind of falls into that category. I don't fucking trust Rod Wave. I fucking don't. Rod Wave making all this fucking heartbroken ass fucking music. The whole time, this man got a woman that love him. He got kids. He got all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Who hurt you that bad to the point that you gotta still rap about and sing about being hurt and shit? And you're in a healthy relationship with somebody who actually gives a fuck now. Like, make it make sense to me, please. Because my granddaddy used to tell me some people just need to be left the fuck alone. Some people don't know what the fuck they got going on. And some people are just crazy as shit for no goddamn reason. Those are people you need to watch out for. So all the people that I'm fucking talking about right now just need to be left the fuck alone. I feel like they'll stop doing that weird ass shit if people stop watching it. Like, stop watching that shit. Like, turn it off, bro. Turn it the fuck off. Like, there's so much other content. There's so much other shit to watch. I swear it is. But most people don't want to watch it because they love fucking drama and they love fucking controversy and they love to see other people going through some shit and to see other people's failures and to see other people's fucking fall from glory for some reason. To see some people have fucking nervous breakdowns. I don't know why people like that shit, but for some reason people are in love with that type of shit. And for the life of me, I can't understand. Why would you want to sit back watching somebody fucking fall apart and you sitting there egging it on? Like, my favorite one, and I tell people this shit all the time, my favorite shit to watch is fucking Kanye. I love the shit that Kanye's doing right now. And the reason I love the shit that Kanye's doing right now is Kanye's saying the shit that everybody else is scared to say. And he's not afraid of the consequences of it. And that right there is fucking inspiring. Because with so many people not wanting to take accountability for shit, and so many people wanting to just brush off their fucking involvement in certain things, it's a fucking epidemic of fucking catastrophic proportions, bro. In real life, in real time. Like, this shit is really happening right now, and ain't nobody doing shit about it. Like, there's people that are literally sitting out there that they know they've done wrong. They know they've fucked over people. They know that they've misled people. They know that they've used people. And they don't take any accountability for anything, ever. Like, because there's nobody around to tell them that they wrong. Which is part of the reason why I fucking hate yes men. Don't be a fucking yes man, bro. If you know somebody fucking up, you know somebody wrong, fucking tell them they wrong. Because if you don't tell them, and you one of the closest people to them, you ain't shit as well. And you're an accessory. Shit falls in the same category as if when two motherfuckers go in a house and it's supposed to be a robbery, and then the motherfucker that lives in the house gets shot, even though you didn't pull the motherfucking trigger, you're still an accessory to murder. You still get the same amount of time. So if you letting somebody walk around knowing that they ain't shit, and you keep letting them not be shit every day, and you don't say anything, you're an accessory, and you're just as much at fault as they are. But I digress. So I love the shit that Kanye's doing. I love the shit that Kyrie tried to do, but the fucked up part is when people like that take a fucking leap of faith and they decide to just go out on a limb and say the shit that nobody else wants to say or do the shit that nobody else wants to do, then you literally watch the level of people that used to support this person drop. And it's like all of a sudden you don't want to be entertained by this person anymore. Oh, it was fun when they were saying all the shit that, you know, everybody agreed with and they didn't want to ruffle anybody's feathers and they didn't want to get under anybody's skin. But now that they're saying some shit that you thought about but you never said, all of a sudden, well, I don't want to support them anymore. Just like, before I say this, I'm going to segue into it as best as I can. There's going to be a few people that are going to be mad at what I'm about to say, but hey, it is what it is. Y'all love controversy anyway, right? So, I don't feel like people know how to separate who a person is and what they do. They don't know how to separate the two. Because people forget that entertainers are still people. They're still able to make mistakes. They're still able to be wrong. And it's like, even if they do some shit that normal people do on a consistent basis, when they do it one time or get caught up in some shit and you can see it and it's all around you all the time, y'all feel like they're the wrongest people in the world. Example, fucking R. Kelly. I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have said it. Fuck it. I'm going to say it. Okay, so the whole thing with the whole R. Kelly shit is he got caught up on all these fucking sex trafficking charges and all of this other shit. And it's like, well, okay, cool. Well, what about the parents? Nobody says anything about their fucking parents. You knew for a fact your child was going to R. Kelly's house. You didn't do shit. As a matter of fact, you probably put him up to it because you was like, fuck it. If you fuck around, go over and get pregnant. He got that money. He gonna pay. Or he gonna pay to keep you quiet about the whole situation. Nobody ever talks about their parents. They mama ain't shit, they daddy ain't shit, and they ain't shit as well. They all playing this shit, and then now it's coming out now. Oh, all of a sudden, well, he kidnapped me, and he tied me up, and nobody kept you hostage. You didn't want to leave. Just call a spade a spade. You didn't want to leave. And your mama told you if you did leave, you were stupid. So you listen to her. While she's in her unhealthy ass motherfucking marriage that's been failing for 5 years, they've been married for 15. They had you 3 years before they got married. They just decided, well, fuck it. We already got a kid. Let's get married now. You was born out of wedlock like a motherfucker. I mean, I know my situation. I can't talk about nobody having kids out of wedlock. I got a lot of kids out of wedlock. But hey, I'm not gonna send none of my kids to go fucking be up under somebody for some bread. Not doing that shit. Fuck no. I show my kids exactly what they need to know. Hey, if a relationship is unhealthy or you feel trapped or stuck in any way, form, or fashion, get your ass up out of there the best way you know how. If it's harming you physically and or mentally, leave. Period. Don't second guess it. Don't feel like they're going to change. They're not going to change. They're showing you exactly who they are right now. But, side note, that's just, I got sidetracked again. I always do that, though. I always do that. But it's part of me processing this shit. So, yeah, the whole R. Kelly shit. And then when the whole shit happened and it came out, first of all, motherfuckers knew that R. Kelly was, it was on video. That he was doing shit with little girls back in the day. You know what happened? Y'all let him go free. So now that y'all let him go free now, all of a sudden, now, well, we gotta lock him up now because y'all had him dead to rights. You had him on video and you did nothing. You did absolutely nothing, bro. And you just let it keep happening. So if you let it keep happening and you let him go, because at this point, He's like a fucking icon. He's damn near, he's right there next to fucking Michael Jackson as far as fucking music goes. And the music is great, and you don't want to see him get locked up, so people let him go. And then he comes back, he ain't made no hits in a while. All of a sudden, we can lock him up now, cause he's not the same as he used to be. That's not how that shit goes. You gotta keep that same energy. You let him go the first time, you gotta let him go this time too, cause you let it happen. Everybody around him and everybody that was involved, from the jury to the judge to the parents, everybody that was involved in that whole situation was necessary, because you knew somebody had a problem. You did nothing to help it. You actually aided in helping him do the shit that he did. But I'm not even talking about that right now. What I want to talk about is how come when he actually goes to prison for the shit, all of a sudden when it finally comes out again for the second time that this is what he does, although he's done it on multiple occasions, went to court for it before, and then got set free. Then all of a sudden, oh, well, we don't like his music anymore. We're not listening to his music anymore. We're pulling his music off of platforms. We're not listening to his music. We're not playing any of it. Man, look, everybody that I know at some point in time, at a wedding or fucking any type of family gathering, you didn't play fucking R. Kelly. Shit, if you are a 90s baby, you was made to fucking R. Kelly. If you are born in the early 2000s or the 90s, you was made to fucking R. Kelly. Tell me I'm wrong. R. Kelly is the reason you exist right now. And if you say it's not, you lying. So for all y'all out there saying that, oh, you ain't fucking with R. Kelly no more, you're not listening to his music, whatever, your mama got fucked to R. Kelly on multiple occasions. And if you got brothers and sisters, that means she got fucked raw and got nutted in multiple times on multiple separate occasions, listening to some R. Kelly. So, with that being said, why are you mad? You should thank R. Kelly. He's the reason you're here. But nobody wants to listen to the music anymore. I'm still gonna listen to it. I don't give a fuck. What Robert did ain't got shit to do with R. Kelly. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm lying. What Robert did in that courtroom and got caught up, and what Robert did in them rooms with them people, that ain't got nothing to do with what R. Kelly did when he went in that fucking studio. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I said what I said. It's two different people to me. Just because I don't like what he did as a person, don't mean that I gotta hate who he is as an artist. His art was his art. Shit, while he was doing the shit, that's the music that he was making. So if that's the music that he was making when he was doing the shit that he was doing helped him create all those songs that you loved for years. Decades. Fucking decades. Of fucking music and artistry. And it's just, we gonna throw it all out the window. This man went and remixed the national anthem on national television. You can't say that that's not wonderful. You can't say that that wasn't magic, bro. And then on top of that, back into the whole Kanye shit. When Kanye was making music at a steady pace, early 2000s, late 2000s, around like 2008, fucking college dropout, late registration, fucking graduation, all this shit. When Watch the Throne came out, all the beats that he did for Jay-Z, all the magic and the artistry that he did, it's like we're gonna throw it all away because he said something about them people. Not even gonna mention them because they hold no levity or no weight over here. So, because I don't feel like he was wrong. Not one bit. The man got on Drink Champs and told the truth. And Nori, you know you wrong. Because y'all pulled that shit down. Because them people that run the network and run the label, run the company, told you that shit wasn't getting put out. And that's why you did it. It's not that you was mad. You probably agree with what he said. But you told him to stop talking about it. And then at that point, you pulled it down. You didn't post it. Because they told you they was going to pull that money up out you if you put it up there. And if anybody can prove that I'm wrong, go ahead. Because you can't disprove nothing that man said. You can't disprove nothing that he's saying now. The fact that he wants to tell the truth now because everybody like, oh, well, he's crazy. He's losing his mind. He's having a mental breakdown. He's off his meds. Man, some of the smartest, most intelligent, and some of the wisest people have been a little bit crazy. Because you got to be a little bit crazy to actually look underneath what's at face value. You got to be a little bit crazy to go underneath the surface and see what it really is that's going on. It looks perfect at the top. But underneath is a whole bunch of buried bullshit. It's a whole bunch of motherfucking skeletons buried right underneath the surface. Everybody always wonders why motherfucking cemetery grass is so green. It's because his body's under there. But to say something about it and expose it, he's crazy. And like he's committing career suicide. Well, what type of career is it if you got to sit here and constantly lying? You know the truth. If you got to sit here and lie in people's face for absolutely no reason. Is he crazy for saying it? Or are you crazy for not wanting to look into it for yourself? Because you got to think about it. Nobody just comes up with off the wall shit. Like all these celebrities and shit, when they say they having a quote unquote nervous breakdown because they start saying shit that they don't normally say and they start speaking out on shit, all of a sudden, they're going through something. They do no. If you, they know the shit is going on, and then when you have to constantly sit there with a smile on your face, acting like that's not what it is, knowing that you're lying to not only yourself but the people that actually subscribe to you and actually listen to what you have to say because you have a platform, that is a mental toll within itself. So if he's having a breakdown and he's going through something, it's because he's had to sit there and lie with a straight face this whole time. Like, have y'all ever noticed? Have y'all ever looked at the presidents? Namely, fucking Barack Obama. In 8 years, or four, in 4 to 8 years, they go in, they look happy, they look, you know, somewhat, well put together. You know, hair probably still got a little black in it. Probably got a little salt and pepper in it, depending on how old they is. Then they come out and they look old, they look worn down, they look tired, they look stressed, they look nervous. Why is that? Is it because they know some shit that they really don't want to tell you? Or that they really can't tell you? Because they do, if they told you, they'll probably die for it. Like everybody's whole shit with Barack Obama is they're like, oh well, he did all that. First of all, Barack Obama didn't do shit for black people. Let's just get that completely and utterly understood. Let's just put that out there. And no, let's just be honest with it. I could vote as soon as Barack Obama ran for president the second time, I think. Didn't vote for him. Studied his whole platform. Went through his whole first presidency. Found nothing interesting. Couldn't do it. Because I wasn't going to vote for him just because of that. Not going to vote for somebody just because they kind of sort of look like me. I don't care. But then again, there's a lot of people that did vote for him because of that. My bad, I had to cut that arrow. But yeah, there's a lot of people that voted for him just because of the simply because of the fact that he was somewhat black. Not all the way, but he's close enough. Not following the masses, bro. The problem with the world of the way it is because people fail to think for themselves. Like, I don't know if y'all, like, if you have or haven't watched The Walking Dead, I used to watch it earlier when it was good still. And I noticed one thing. All the zombie movies and all the zombie TV shows and all the zombie everything, we're talking about basically the same thing. And everybody thought like, oh, well, there's going to be a zombie apocalypse and they're going to eat people. And no, I don't think that's what it was at all. I think what it really was is describing exactly what we are right now. Well, what do you mean, Jay? Well, we live in a society that's so fast paced and so media based that we don't even take the time to absorb anything anymore because we don't have time. Everything is basically force fed to us on a regular basis at such an alarming rate that we have no time to digest anything. So we're always hungry for something. And then when nothing happens, then we get bored because we're visually and audibly driven and there has to be something going on. And then so much stuff happens on a regular basis that we literally become zombies. Our sensory is so off. Like we've literally become numb, bro. As a people. Entirely. As a whole. We are the zombies now. We're zombies. We feel nothing. We watch people die. We watch people get abused, get their rights violated, get their livelihoods torn away from them. And then we can't even have a moment to digest it because it just happens again and again and again and again and again, over and over and over again, to the point that we feel nothing for anybody. We don't even have the common courtesy or respect for people anymore, to the point where when they're grieving and going through the loss of a family member, that we take some time to let them grieve. Let them digest the fact that their family member is no longer here. We don't even do that anymore. Because everybody's always popping out, well, they did this before they died. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they did before they died. It doesn't matter who they were before they died. What matters is there's a mother that just lost a son. There's a father that just lost a son. There's a child that just lost their fucking father or their mother, bro. That family is hurt. We don't even give them time to feel anything. Because just like a group of zombies, we see a weakness, we attack it. We smell blood, we go for it. We hear a noise, we jump on it. And then We're so much like the zombies because we just travel in a pack, following the people that's in front of us, not knowing where we going for real, not knowing what we doing. We just walking, trying to find somebody who's still alive, just so we can turn them into one of us. And then the noise that attracts the zombies is when those people that we put on those platforms, because I don't know if y'all understand it or not, but the reason that these people have so much money and the reason that these people are rich is because you pay them. You idolize them so much, but they would be broke if you didn't put money in their pocket. You idolize them as a business person, as an entertainer, as whatever it is that amass the amount of money that they have. Not understanding that's your money in their pocket. It didn't come out of nowhere. It didn't materialize. You did that. If you're gonna idolize anybody, you should idolize yourself because you're the real star. Because without you, they don't exist. Without your money, they don't have anything. They're just like you. Because if you really think about it, if they didn't have the money, they're literally just a person with a dream that never worked out. But you had something going on to the point that you're putting money in their pocket. Just something to think about. But we just walk around, and then the sound that attracts all the zombies is when somebody speaks out about something, or when somebody says something that you don't find to be their norm. And then all of a sudden, oh, we want to jump on that. We got to get them out of here. We got to get rid of them. Let's cancel them because they took a soundbite of what this person said. Never the whole clip, just a little snippet. It's like, oh well, let's cancel them. Let's get them out of here. Let's make them one of us. We got to make him a zombie because he's saying too much, or she's saying too much. She's saying things that I don't personally agree with because I've been following this group of people over here, and they said that this was it. So I'm gonna take them at face value because I've been traveling with this thing the whole time. We have to do better, bro. We gotta stop. All of us. We not only are hurting ourselves, but we're hurting other people. And we need help. Wholeheartedly. We want to take somebody's livelihood away from them. We want to take the way that they provide for their children, provide for their families, how they live away from them. Because of one thing, bro. And even if you can't find anything, you'll come up with something. That's another thing I don't understand. Like, where's all of this materializing from? Like, we will literally come up with anything in order to feel like we want to get. When we want to get rid of somebody, you'll come up with something. You'll find something. People will go back in people's lives so far. Well, when they were 10, they had a hard time in school, and they kept getting in trouble, and they kept getting in fights, and you know, that's why they're so abusive now. No, no, that's not how that works. Or they couldn't read in school, so that's the reason why they're not well spoken. And no, because I'm pretty sure if you know they they you know they couldn't read then, I'm pretty sure if they graduated, then They can read at some point. They can read well enough. They can read their name on the check. So works for me. I mean, like we don't have to just find something. We can just let them be who they are. Who they are is created what you love anyway, right? Who that person is, help them create what it is that you love so much. If you love their music, hey, who they are is what created that music. It didn't just fall out of the sky. It doesn't matter what it is. You love how they play basketball. They had to go through some shit. And basketball was their outlet. That's why they got so good at it. Football, same thing. Any sport, really. You love them as a movie maker. Okay, well, they had to have a very colorful imagination in order to see things a certain way. And they had to go through something and try to. They were probably going through something in their lives. And their imagination is what kept them sane that whole time. Everybody has a thing. But it's like when you don't approve of the thing, that makes it a problem. Well, most people don't approve of 60 to 70% of what people do. But the only difference is you're not in the spotlight. You're not the one that the camera's on. Like, for example, have y'all ever seen how celebrities act when some media person or some type of journalist walks up to them while they're out trying to have a normal day? They look normal, they're dressed normal. They just literally came out the house for a little bit, for like a couple hours just to get some stuff done or to just enjoy life. And then all of a sudden, the celebrity, whoever you want to put, insert celebrity here, they go off and they're mad and they're angry. Well, if you would just try to live your life, just try to go about your day, you're hanging out with family, you're with your kids, spending time with your kids, you just got off the road, you've been doing shows, or you've been traveling with the team, or doing whatever, and you haven't been home lately and you just want to spend a little time with your family, spend a little time with your kids, how would you feel if somebody came and constantly shoved the camera in your face and asked you questions about things that you don't feel like talking about right now? You just trying to enjoy your time while you have it. And now they want to come take that time away from you, take that time away from your kids, take that time away from your family. Well, how would you react? You'd be ready to fight, right? Because somebody that I don't know is constantly in my face trying to get me to say something just so they can have a story tomorrow. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to enjoy the time that I have on with my family right now. Because most of my time is dedicated to going to get some money to take care of my family. Now, while I have the money to take care of my family, I want to enjoy the time I have with them. And then here comes somebody, boom, right here in your face. All the time. Every time. They sitting outside your house. You can't even have no peace at home. Just to get a picture, or just to get a video, or just to get anything. And then when they don't want to go along with it, or when they react how they react and they snap, we look at them like, oh, they're the bad guy. They always acting like that. Why they gotta be like that? Because they don't want to be bothered right now. Just the way that you don't want to be bothered. You don't want nobody showing up at your door at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning, knocking on the door, and don't really want shit. Damn. fucking media journalists are just like the fucking Jehovah's Witness. The only problem is when you slam the door in their fucking face, they just sit outside and wait. Till you come outside, at least the Jehovah's Witnesses can get the point that they need to just walk off because you ain't got time. All I'm saying is, bro, to wrap it all up, people as a whole are broken. The overly masculine ones, the feminist ones, from the celebrities to normal people, we're broken. But the thing about it is, as I said so many times, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all just want to live our lives peacefully. And the things that we go through make us the way that we are. So for the overly masculine men out there, you're hurt and you're projecting all that hurt out into the atmosphere, trying to get a bunch of other hurt people to agree with you. Y'all all need help. Stop it. Women, same for you. You're trying to project and pander to an audience because you want support, knowing that you need help, but you swear that you don't need anybody. But if you didn't need anybody, why did you record it? And on top of that, stop trying to cancel celebrities because they say things that you don't personally agree with. If they say something you don't like, there's something there's something that you like about them. Because if you didn't, you wouldn't have even cared about them in the first place. And if you didn't care about them in the first place, then they wouldn't be on the platform that they're on to say the things that they said. So, that being said, just enjoy whatever it is that you like that they do and leave the rest of that shit alone. Because you're going to end up getting yourself hurt in the long run because at the end of the day, you still paid them. And with that being said, I think I'm going to hit it. No. This has been the Masculine Emotions Podcast. I am Ando G. I'll see y'all on the next one.